whatever your hobby is, if you start early and just touch that hobby and that's your routine, you're ahead of everybody.
Are you the one that got the unhappy meal as a kid?
Yeah.
Was that
sad meal.
The
It's a sad meal. Mom get a sad meal. Classic hardware stores. Well, White's down in downtown Jonesboro.
Yeah, that's auto parts.
It's auto parts, but
yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it in there. Really nostalgic.
you go in there and the guy's smoking a cigarette.
why he's looking your part
It's
of
like
it.
90s.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm the kid.
Yeah,
again.
I like it.
What else is there? Ace Hardware was like that.
Yeah,
but it's
and there's that
gone.
Gray Station Hardware now. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
They got a dang diner in there.
Really?
Yeah, you can eat, get pop, get antifreeze, everything.
Got Walmart beat.
Yes, seriously, in the same place. It's where Sitting Bull used to be in Gray.
Oh, that ain't one I was thinking of. What's that one me and you went to when we had to run? Oh, that's on the Kingsport Highway.
Yeah.
We went up there and they took apart the P-trap and they had every little nut. You remember?
Yeah.
It was like 25 cents for that, 8 cents for the little Farrell. Oh, Lord have mercy. Go to Modern and get the whole thing for $1.50.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I when I was growing up, Lake Butler was so small. It's 2 red lights, like real small country town. There's just not much there, and so like everyone would always go to like Jackson Building Supply, and it was just a cool vibe, man. Like we didn't have like Ace Hardware or any of the big brands, and you had to drive 30 minutes if you want 30 minutes to Gainesville if you wanted to go to Lowe's or Home Depot or anywhere that any kind of Ace Hardware or anything like that. So it's just a small town hardware store, and it's like, you know, always the old men in there and listening to either old music and like you're saying, like it's not like so corporate, you know, it's just so laid back, and
Yeah,
it was
I love
fun.
that.
It was almost like you go there and you can take your problems in there, and it's the old men. Heidi's grandmother always calls it like the Liars Club.
Yeah.
Just old men sitting around
Talking nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Making up stories. That's like Scott Phillips said, if you ain't got a picture, or was it you? Who was it that said that to him?
Oh, if you ain't got a picture, it didn't
It
happen.
If you did, yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
It makes me think of Pioneer Grocery off Hall Road, you know.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Back in the, well, they called it Muffy's for a while, and
Yeah.
you'd go in there and they played cards in the back. My grandfather used to go
So
down
here,
there
look
and
at
hang
this.
out.
Look at this.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just
yeah.
like an old fashioned, like,
Yeah.
sit here, Ian. It's
That's awesome.
just old fashioned.
Yeah, I love that.
Like, you know,
We need
like,
more of that around
and
here.
talking about like the new studio, which by the way,
Here we are.
that's pretty tight.
Here we are. New setup. Looks
Yeah.
cool.
So
doesn't it?
excited about that.
It's more homey. It's more, it fits us better.
Oh, yeah.
And the theme of the show.
This is a
versus-
permanent place.
Yeah. Versus the girly style, feminine style college room, which we're blessed.
Yeah, very
we
thankful.
needed that
Yeah,
space.
thankful
but-
for the space while for the first few episodes, but glad to be somewhere where we don't have to break down every time.
Oh, man.
So,
Yeah.
That's for the birds. Welcome back to the Bearded Brothers podcast, where the beards are real and the conversations are even realer. I'm glad you have joined us on our new set here. Today we're talking about the pros to starting your day early. We as 3 men here, we're not, well, Ian's really good about starting his day early. I can't say
yeah.
I'm always good about it. I'm probably 25% not, 75% start early, but there are a lot of benefits that we're going to talk about to starting your day early, especially as a male. There are extreme benefits to starting the day early. So who wants to start? Who wants to share some first thoughts?
I'll just start by saying I'll defer just because like I'm sure I'll jump in, but I mean I'm probably the one here that's probably the full opposite around, like 75% to 25%. So,
Really?
yeah, it's never been easy for me.
Starting early. You're not a morning person.
But I usually enjoy it when I do.
Yeah.
But you know,
I'm up early every morning.
What time does Ian Clark get up?
I get up pretty early, you know. My first alarm goes off at like 4:30, and then that's when I start, and I'm up at 5:30, and then I leave the house at about 6:10. That way I can get to, you know, Johnson City.
But you start at 7.
Yeah, we start.
Like clock time
Starts
starts
time
at
starts
7.
at 7, but yeah.
But you have
But I
devotion on Wednesday.
Yeah, we got devotion on Wednesday at 6:45, so you'll leave a little bit earlier. But but it's not a big deal. It don't bother me at all. I can get up and roll with it.
Yeah.
I've always been like that.
That's you and your guys do devotion on Thursday?
Yeah, some of them. Some,
Wednesday.
it's optional. You can come if you want. You know.
Does Uncle Steve run that?
Well, Steve is he comes, and then our CFO Jerry, he's over it. He does devotionals every Wednesday morning, and then we have a couple other guys that come. We got 18 guys that work for us, and we try to get them all to come. I mean, it's just everybody's got different beliefs, and we try not to force it on everybody, but we'd love for everybody to come. That
How many
works
people
for us.
come?
About 6.
That's good.
6 out of 18.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
Really good
amount of
numbers.
people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's really good.
I mean, some come and some leave for a little bit. It's just, and some of them just can't get to work on time. That's a lot of the problem.
So if they can't get to work on time, they definitely ain't coming.
Well, I mean, they get to work on time, but they just can't get there at 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
So that's really
I like
some
to
of the
see
problems.
faith in action in the workplace.
Mhm.
I think it's cool.
We
when,
just
like,
started that this year, probably March, I think. or
We
June.
talked about it when I used to work there. You know, we talked about wanting to do it, but we just
Well, it's
never-
just supposed to be morning prayer, and then Jerry, he really pushed devotional, and it's awesome. It's
I'm
really
gonna have to
awesome.
pop
Do
in.
you feel like Thursdays go any different?
Not having it,
No, like having it.
we do it on Wednesday mornings.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I thought you said Thursday.
No. You're good, dude. No, it feels really good after doing it, and then you feel like it's a whole different world, and you go back out into the world, and then it's like, dang,
Yeah.
wow,
It's-
about how things are different.
I know on Thursday is my early day, so I can start, I can talk about that a little bit, but, I don't have to, I'm up at I have my first alarm at 6. So it's 6, up by 6:20, out the house by 6:30. And
on
usually,
Thursdays.
yeah, and I'm lucky if I get there at 6:40.
That's the men's breakfast. At church.
I'm usually a couple minutes early or a couple minutes late, and everyone else has kind of gotten there early.
I wish I could come to more of them, but it's really hard to do it because of work schedule and stuff. But sometimes I can come. I can make it happen, but it's not very often. If we had it closer to Jonesboro, I could, but Irwin's just really far away.
We used to, but it's just the bulk of the group ended up being from.
Yeah.
Well, not really the bulk of the group. I felt like it did better because when we went to Jonesboro, we lost our Irwin guys, and most of our Jonesboro guys will still come to Telford, and Jonesboro guys will still come to Irwin. So our numbers were better. We did have a couple people that came in Jonesboro that haven't come to Irwin. So I don't know. Maybe it's something we should think about. Maybe rotating again between Jonesboro and Irwin again. So
Yeah.
Giving that a shot. And go every other month again. It's something.
How many people are from Jonesboro that go?
I mean, the majority are probably from Embryville and Telford area, Jonesboro, like in between our church and Jonesboro. I mean, really just a couple are from Irwin.
I don't even know why. I used to go to that. Me and you used to go to it. And I don't remember what happened.
Well, it was just
Oh, was I still working at API?
Yeah.
Oh.
no, you wasn't.
Oh,
We'd ride together
Oh,
because
yeah.
we lived in the same apartment complex.
Okay, I was thinking. I just remember riding with you
before
to
you
it.
guys moved.
But it
Yeah.
just got where it was fine. I mean, it was fine. It just got to where it was getting. I was getting real behind in the mornings,
Mm-hmm.
talking
Well,
to everybody.
By the time you
That
get
one
back
day-
to bring me back, and then
Yeah,
you get,
it was-
get
it
to the
was-
building, it's like 10.
Yeah, and yeah, I just can't do that. But we're not hauling each other around. It'd be a little different, but it's just where it's so important in the mornings to.
Well, you got to be at that meeting.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got to
that's-
be there, and that's another thing about being up early. That's usually when all the important things happen because that's the beginning of the day.
Mhm.
You're already ahead.
Well,
you got to be
get
ahead.
a plan. You got to get a
Yeah,
plan.
you got to get a
together.
plan together for all day.
If you wait until 10 o'clock to figure out what you're going to do, it's going to be 12 before you get started.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Even not yet.
well, your morning meetings, you started when I worked there, it was at 6:30.
Yeah, well, that's when that was a long time ago. But yeah, well, you start at 6:30, but it's just where it's so dark in the mornings.
You can't load the truck. You can't even see the load.
Yeah,
trucks
yeah.
up.
You had to break out the flashlights. I mean, the lights and stuff. So
This time of the year is my least favorite time of the year for early mornings. Like, it's so hard for me psychologically to get out of the bed, and that's like what makes a man. Like, it makes a man out of you to get out of the nice warm bed and to go outside and it's 30 degrees. Like, to me, it
I hate it.
messes with me psychologically.
It sucks, but it's
But
just,
it's so necessary. But also it's like you also see it wakes you up too though, because like you see the people that do the cold plunges.
yeah.
yeah, it's wild.
Like, people wake up in the morning and go dump in a
Getting a cold shower. We was actually talking about that today at work. Kind of like resets your whole body.
Oh yeah.
There's
And
a lot of benefits to cold showers.
Yeah.
and,
And our ice
even the
plunge.
ice
Well, I do it from
plunge.
time to time. Maybe like once a week, I take a cold shower.
I like cold
Yeah, we was
showers.
literally just talking about that today. That's weird.
But I tell you what, I don't mind I don't mind working outside. I don't like working in dirt, and it's funny because I'm a plumber, but I hate digging with the shovel.
Mhm.
I hate shovel work, dude.
Yeah,
I don't really know if there's anybody that likes it.
Yeah, it's not
period.
fun.
I mean,
The shovel don't fit your hand, does it?
no, I ain't found a size yet that works, but but the worst experience I've had working outside in the cold is when we were at Mockingbird, and me and Casey were out there getting all that pipe off the pipe trailer and putting it on the buggy, and we were putting 2-inch water line underground for those buildings, and that pipe was froze
Yeah, it'll cut you.
and it's wet, and my hands were purple. I mean, they were so numb. I mean, I'm talking, it was so cold. It was like 20, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah.
20 or 25 degrees outside. Everything was froze. The pipe were froze together.
Yeah.
Your hands are soaking wet. They're blue. They're numb. Every time
Yeah.
you touch it, the ice is cutting your hands, and you got to get it all spread
It's a
out.
very uncomfortable feeling when it's grazing your palms.
You
And
can't,
Yeah.
but you can't get warm. I mean,
yeah,
then you're in the mud, frozen mud, with your muck boots on, and you're sticking in the mud because the ditches are full of water.
and Blake's bad about losing keys
Yeah,
in the
Me
dark,
too.
No.
and
Me
they
too.
getting buried.
yeah,
and
I do too.
They're
Oh,
getting
no.
buried. And
Well, I drop them. I usually find them, but like I'll and luckily it's usually from my truck to the house. But I'll have dropped them out of my pocket or something, and then I'll have to
Well,
find
I dropped the truck, so it's 20 degrees outside, and our way to get back to the building to go home is in the Dodge truck that Ian is driving.
Yeah.
That's the truck I drove,
Hmm.
and I lost the key in the ditch, and it got backfilled, so we didn't have a way to get home, and it was 6:00, 6:30. We're froze
in the afternoon.
in the afternoon. We're froze. It's getting dark. We both got a wife at home, and we can't find the keys. Come find out, I covered it up in the ditch.
Oh no!
So we had to wait on somebody to bring us a spare key
yeah.
so we could get home.
And then
Man.
like for the new cars, like new keys are so expensive.
Yeah, chip key.
Like chip keys are
Oh, yeah.
unbelievably expensive.
Thankfully, we had
Highway robbery.
one thing Steve's good about is he's got about 25 keys. Not really, but I mean every vehicle has.
Oh yeah, he don't buy something if it don't have at least 2 sets of keys extra.
And then he's first thing he says, Ian, I want you to go wherever you go and get me 3 more keys for this.
oh yeah,
You got a safe that you lock.
yeah. We got
You got a
we're,
safe
we're,
that's
we're,
got-
we're set on keys. You lock your keys in there. I'll run in there and get it.
Go
Get
get,
it
you another
unlocked.
key.
But
Yeah.
if we lose that one, yeah, might be a little
Everything
different.
has at least 2 keys.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Now me, I'm bad because I'll leave and I'll have 1 key in my pocket. I'll take both keys with me at times because I forget I have it, and I'll go get the spare because I don't feel like looking for it. And I'm going down the road, and I'm like, what's in my pocket? Both sets of keys. I'm like, gosh, if I lock both of these in here, I'm gonna look like an idiot. It's pretty bad if you lock the real key and the spare in the dang car.
Oh yeah, it'd be really bad.
I accidentally locked Bella in the car one time
Oh, really?
at the dump in Carter County. Yeah, it was such a bad
How old
situation.
was she?
Like 1.5,
Oh,
2.
man, no.
2. Like, yeah,
Oh,
I had
no.
gotten out and the door shut and it auto locked behind me. And she was like in her car seat. I couldn't like communicate with her to be like, I tried to get her to get out of her seat, but she couldn't. I mean, she wasn't.
Yeah.
She may have been 3. I don't remember, but had to have a
Locksmith.
locksmith come down there.
Oh, my
Luckily,
goodness.
the car was on
Lucky
with
some-
air conditioning and everything.
Okay, yeah.
Like, yeah, it wasn't bad, but
Lucky some Karen didn't come bust your window out. Or
yeah,
something.
no kidding. Well, I was there, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Well,
I mean,
you
I
know,
would have been like,
Karens are wild. They're out there.
Yeah.
man.
They're out there
in the wild.
They're out
Yeah.
there on the prowl.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Got to watch.
That's true.
Gotta watch.
What's the male Karen? What do you call them?
What do you call a male Karen?
Chad.
Chad.
Carl, Chad.
You Chad.
I don't know. Do we know the name of that, Dawson? What's
Researcher.
What's
the male version
of
a
a Karen? I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with.
All right, here we go.
I don't think. Oh,
Here we
are we
go.
on here? All right,
Yeah,
let's see.
here we go.
Male.
Male Karen name.
There's no single.
Oh, come on.
Come on. There, Kevin,
Kevin.
Ken. Okay,
I could see that.
Ken.
I could see that.
I see the Ken.
Ken.
Ken and
Ken.
Kevin. I could see it for both of them, honestly.
Do
That's
we
funny.
know a Ken? I don't know a Ken.
One of our elders.
I mean, I know a
one
Ken.
of our elders at one of my old churches was Ken, and Kevin for that matter. That's really funny.
Were they?
Decently, they like to give me a hard time for being a Florida fan, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Virginia Tech fans, but
That's what old men are for. To give you a hard time.
yeah.
Well, they say, you read it in the newspaper, it says early bird gets the worm.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, people who go do Black Friday sales, they got to be up early.
Yeah,
and
they
some of
get
them
to-
people don't even leave. They go the night before and stay the night. It's like, which I don't think they do that much now, do they?
No.
With online
Because
sales.
think
and
so.
everything.
Cyber Mondays just so many people in general just online shop now. So
The whole world's changed with this.
It's changed a lot since
shopping's
we've been
just
kids.
gone. You can't even. Black Friday ain't what it used to be.
yeah.
The funniest thing ever happened to me on a Black Friday is I went to Walmart, and I think I went there to get a TV. I can't remember. I went to get like a 32-inch TV, I think. But whenever I was waiting in line, this woman was, and I mean, she was overweight, and she was driving this electric cart, and she was looking at the sales signs or something like this, and she rear-ended another woman
Oh my gosh.
in a motorized cart. And you talk about them fighting. That's the funniest thing I ever
Did
seen.
they file a police report?
They should have. They didn't have any insurance. It's probably the funniest thing I ever saw
That's
happen.
funny.
But yeah, I mean, starting your day early, like Ian was talking about, if you wait until the mid part of the day, and this isn't like, I mean, I think it's biblical. I think it actually says in Proverbs that a young man should start his day early, just for work's sake. I mean, even, you going out in the field at summertime, like nobody wants to be working the garden at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It's getting hot.
Too
the
hot.
sun's beating down on you. So if you can get up and beat the sun to getting set up,
Beat the heat.
yeah, you can get a lot more accomplished. And, you feel like I feel a lot better when I start early, even in the first parts of the morning when I'm like, man, I just want to go back to bed. Like once you get over that little bit of a hump, which
Yeah.
I'm a morning person, so it's not often that I struggle with mornings. Like I'm ready especially if I've got stuff to do. Because I'm the kind of guy, like I don't like being idle at all. I like to have stuff to do, and probably maybe the coffee's half of it. But so whenever it's time to get started, if I got stuff to do, I'm excited to start my days.
Well, and you guys' profession, like I've been privileged to be in that line a little bit, on and off for many years. So, back in 2013 when I worked with Hoffman Construction, like I would get to my uncle's house at 6:30. We'd head to Gainesville. We'd get to like Home Depot at 6:45. And, so like all these men, man, like they're not even to the job site, but like we'd go and we'd get lumber for the day, or we'd go and get nails, or we'd go and get whatever we needed, drywall. And then we'd go to the job. Man, we're at the job at 7:30 before most people are still drooling on their pillows.
Yep. And if you'll do that, you'll get the best parking spot on the job site.
Right.
So you don't have to carry your tools
And
as
at
far.
Home Depot.
Well, that's a big thing too.
Getting a good spot at the job site.
Good spot. You better pack your lunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pack your lunch, because if you leave,
Yeah.
Losing that good spot. And you gotta,
and you know who's the worst about it? And this is going to make some of our viewers mad. Maybe the two worst people about taking your spot is an electrician and a dang drywaller. And I don't understand why the drywallers want to take the good spots. All their tools they take in with them. They're not going out to the van to get a different mud knife or anything. They take it all in on their trays. They have their buckets and everything. They take their mud in, and they take their tape in, and any kind of special tools and their stilts, and they're in. They ain't going to the van. You ever seen a drywaller's van? It's a disaster. They just throw everything in there and they ride on the buckets but they ride on their mud buckets because they don't have no
Masons are
room.
the same way.
Yeah.
It's probably Masons and drywallers. What's funny is they both like heavily involve mud and all that stuff, man. But like, I love my Uncle Timmy to death, and that's the other side of manual work that I've done is with him. Like my Uncle Roy, my Uncle Timmy, and Timmy's Mason. Like my Uncle Roy's a carpenter, and my Uncle Timmy's a mason, and like Uncle Roy's like box truck was like yours, except yours is like next level organized.
Oh,
like all the Milwaukee boxes. It's so
This shop doesn't do justice for how my trailer is.
but Uncle Roy's box truck was meticulous. Yeah. Everything had a place. He was so meticulous about how you roll an extension cord that today I still roll extension cords and hoses the same way.
Yeah,
because of how meticulous. Like he had a spot for every little thing.
Oh yeah.
But it always blew my mind. Like by 10 o'clock, you've already done so much work. Like when you're building a house, the hours just from getting to the job at 7:30 to 8:30 to 9:30 to 10, when you're just kind of maybe taking your first little break to go. Man, I hated to have to use those porta johns.
That's awful, especially when it's hot.
At 10 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, my breakfast was already through me, and
that's why.
Now you just said something. Now try try Florida in the middle of summer.
No.
It's gonna bake. It's gonna stew.
One thing I always found a reason to leave. Like, oh, man, we got to go to Lowe's. Like, we got to have this. I go to Lowe's and use the bathroom.
Use the bathroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd have to be a pretty bad day for me to go use a Porta John.
Yeah.
That's the worst feeling ever, being in that hot Porta John.
Yeah.
Especially when people graffiti it. And remember that?
Yeah. People are crazy.
People are crazy, man.
Do y'all like to be, when y'all were growing up, how were you woke? Have y'all always been alarm clocks, or did your mom wake you up or your dad? How do y'all prefer to be woke up?
I get up by myself, you know. I mean, when I was a kid, Dad woke me up. And
how did he do that? Abruptly or?
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't nothing nice about it.
So
it was like, turn the light on. Hey, get up.
Yeah, hey,
get
up.
It wasn't no like, get up, son, get up.
Yeah,
it's time to go.
That's how
It's
my
time
mom.
to go.
That's how my
I'm gonna
mom
let you.
was.
Really?
No.
Yeah, she'd be like, "Son, it's 6:45. You got to get up and start getting ready." I'd be like, "Okay, mom."
No, but my mom was a little different. If like whenever I was a kid, I kind of struggled a little bit because I was just a kid, you know. But Dad would get me up real early. But Mom, she would give me chances. But if I didn't wake up after like the third time, she woke me up with a belt or
some cold water,
whatever she could find.
Yeah,
That was my mom came in.
I got
once.
in pretty quick.
She come in one time.
Yeah,
and then after that,
that's
it was a switch.
Son, my mom carried a spoon in her purse all the time.
Yeah, like, Mr. Sad Spoon.
Yeah,
did it have a face drawn on it?
I mean,
mine did.
Probably it had a cheek imprint from my backside.
Are you the one that got the unhappy meal as a kid?
Yeah, the sad meal.
The
sad meal. Mom get a sad meal. Oh. Yeah, it didn't come with a toy. It didn't come with a toy.
She took it away, or what?
Yeah, no, they tell him she'd tell him at the drive-thru.
No
She'd
toys.
say, "I want a sad meal," and they'd say, "A sad meal." She said, "Yep, I want a sad meal," and they knew what that meant. They wouldn't get the toy. They wouldn't get the toy in it. You get the box and everything, but no, I learned real quick. My mom, she'd whip. You didn't if you tried to block your butt.
Yeah,
with your hands, your hands got whipped.
Your hands would get That's
and
right.
When the spoon, it's
that's
awful
right.
because
Yeah,
your knuckles.
On the hand, boy.
I've seen Blake get whipped. I mean, we've been best friends for a long time. I mean, we've both seen each other go through it, and we're like right there in front of us, like, oh crap, you know.
Yeah.
The world needs more mamas carrying purses or spoons in their purses, but really they need more daddies tearing that tail up.
Dad, and I can say this, my dad's passed away, but I think a lot of disciplinary action that happened to me wouldn't have been the case if my dad was, if my parents were still married. Yeah. I think a lot of that, like I made a post earlier this week about like divorce statistics. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I would really like for us to go over is talk about the different, and maybe we could have some guests on that could give some aspects of which your parents stayed married.
Yeah.
But, give some different perspectives on childhood and like what exactly that does when you have the father around in the home all the time. Mm-hmm. Especially like your dad being Christ-centered.
Yeah. And
then, maybe secular father, but still ended up getting saved. You know what I mean? I don't know. That'd be something I'd really be interested in seeing because I think that's a growing issue in our nation because, like I said, I posted statistics, which we're way off topic right now, but I posted statistics on the divorce rate and the marriage rate, which it looks like the divorce rate is actually going down since 2021.
Oh, good.
Divorce rate is actually on a plummeting downward spike in the United States, but so is the marriage rate.
No.
So it's like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Why the divorce rate go down if marriage is going down?
The main cause for divorce is getting married, they say.
But the main cause of divorce is marriage. That's good.
Yeah.
But the divorce rate is actually going down faster than the marriage rate. So there is some sort of movement where the marriage is actually starting to sustain itself.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think a lot of that disciplinary action wouldn't have had to happen if my dad was around all the time, which, I saw my dad. My dad we went with him every other weekend and then on Wednesday nights, which was his night off. So, it was kind of like a swing shift deal. Yeah. But, I think having a father figure goes in, well, like Ian's talking about, his mom gave him chances, but his dad come in there one time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad didn't believe in timeout. He believed in time's up.
Time's up.
And that was his favorite catchphrase. Yeah. He's like, he always tells this story about like this preacher. We were at a revival. I was with him. It was a gospel meeting is what they called it. But in the a cappella church, they call them gospel meetings. And we were at a gospel meeting. This black preacher got up and he said, let me tell you something. He said, all this problem in the world, it's because we need to spank our kids. He said, let me tell you, he said, I don't believe in timeout. I believe in time's up. And then he said, and if you spank them when they're in the playpen, you don't got to go visit them in the state pen. And I mean, I was probably like 8 years old. I've remembered it my whole life. I mean, I can remember this man saying this. Like, it was just, it stuck with me. And it's true. Like, spare the rod, spoil the child. And, you know, I'm not saying abuse your kid.
Right.
You can even belt whip we'll probably have some viewers that don't like this, but you can give a belt whip in a dignified way, right? I mean, it's all about how you approach it. With my kids, I'm like, I say, hey, I'm not going to swing all over the place. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to wrestle you. You're going to stand up. You're going to put your hands on this bed, and I'm going to pop you. And there's some dignity to it. I mean, it does become abuse if you take your belt off and start swinging, hit them in the arm, hit them in the chest. I mean, you know, it can certainly draw the line, but it's all about how you approach that situation. And you know, I'm not saying timeout won't work for some kids, and I'm just saying, like, there's a reason why, you know, when a little cub is acting up, its mama swats it. Yeah, you know, it's a natural thing.
Which,
you know,
it's kind of weird. I'm the only one here that's not a father.
Yeah.
So my perspective could change once I begin to have kids. But
absolutely.
I'm all for, you know, I mean, I was spanked as a kid. I have no problems with spanking children, but you know, I think the big thing that I've learned from my experience, which I'm not, you know, granted, I'll be respectful, not go too deep into what I went through as a kid, but I think there are limitations as far as what the situation is. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think for one bit either one of you are guilty of that. You know, like, but you know, for everybody listening, I would think it's best, like, first address your anger. Never whip in anger. Always whip in discipline. Whip in discipline.
Cool off first.
Yeah, cool off.
You need to cool off.
If you're like raging, you do not need to touch your child.
No, absolutely.
You need to pull away, chill out, make sure you address the situation, maybe talk to your spouse about it, and figure out how to handle it. Which not so much your situation. Langston's really young. You ain't got into anything where it's like,
he's crazy.
Yeah, don't discipline in anger.
Yeah, don't discipline in anger.
That's solid parental advice.
You know, the discipline needs to match the crime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, essentially.
I mean, you know, I've seen people that are just every little bit, just bam, just beating their kids. And I'm like, man, he's gonna hate you when he gets bigger. Like, you're gonna make him hate you. But I'm not against it at all. As far as it's Bible. I mean, it's Bible. Spare the rod, spoil the child. I mean,
I mean, and that can go into, you know, my dad always believed in hitting. As I got older, you know, spanking. I mean, my last spanking was at 17 years old. But as I got older, he gave me that choice. He was like, "Look, do you want to be grounded this weekend, or do you want to be spanked?" Yeah. I'd be like, "Dude, just get it over with." But you know, with him, that was the cooler way to go, you know. I mean,
and you could tell he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
and that kind of changes your perspective. But like when you're a kid growing up and you see like the rage and when you see it in your parents' eyes that they're like almost like they're enjoying this, it changes the discipline completely because you're not learning anything. You're learning like, I don't want to be like that, you know. But it's just different for all situations. When my dad only spanked me one time, and I remember, I mean, my parents were married. And they got divorced when I was like 4 or 5. So, I mean, whenever he spanked me with the fly swatter because I kept getting out of bed. That's the only time he ever had to hit me. And any other time he said something, like, I think my dad may have grounded me one time, which, I mean, granted, he wasn't around like full-time father, you know what I mean? But still, like when my dad said something, it's something about the masculine role, like the father role. Especially when a father's actually taking his role seriously. I think personally, from my experience as a child, it completely changed the way I took his words, and which I looked up to my dad a lot. I mean, I thought very highly of my dad, and just the idea of disappointing him just shook me to the core. And so whenever he said something or when he was interested in something, I wanted to do it just because, you know, that's what he liked. And so it was like, you know, just not wanting to let him down. I wanted to just be the rock star of whatever he said. But you know, we're on a different topic.
Well, I was going to try to tie it back in here because funny enough, in our household, some of our hardest times are in the mornings. Yeah. When it comes to discipline, like getting
Sunday
our kids
morning?
ready in the mornings in general.
Just
Sunday mornings too.
Sunday mornings are a nightmare.
Yeah, because I'm having to get ready separate and Heidi's getting the girls ready a lot of the times. I try to help a little bit, but oftentimes like I'm having to get next door. I got to get the praise band by 9 o'clock and yada, 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 a whole 9 yards. It's a tough one, but really school mornings are tough for us. and a lot of discipline has to come in after school, or we have to, and that sometimes that's taking an iPad for a day. But it's funny because like my mom was real sweet, and I'm a little bit more abrasive, I guess. I don't mean to be. 90% of the time you just come to rise and shine, and I hit the door, give God the glory, glory, and then Bella's like, oh my gosh, like she's like, Dad, will you be quiet, please? And Maggie's just like sitting up, half asleep, opening her eyes barely. But yeah, I think when it comes down to it, it's so good to get the head start on the day before the day gets a head start on you, and that's ultimately it helps us to progress smoother and get more accomplished, and you have more time. So I mean, and then to look back at Wikipedia, we were looking at Wikipedia earlier, and like I saw the first one, it popped up let's see what Wikipedia says. Reduce depression.
Yep.
And study in 2021 linking genetically predisposed preference for waking early to 23% lower risk of major depressive
disorder.
So that's interesting.
Yep. Less stress and anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
Just from getting up early. So to kind of touch on that topic, I listened to, and I'll actually put it in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the description. If you're watching on Facebook, I'll just pin a comment. There was a guy, I'll pin a link to his video. He was talking about the depression aspect of it. I think he went into it a little bit, but the reason that starting your day early helps with depression is because if you can get ahead of all the noise. So we kind of talked about that, but let's say 6 o'clock is when you start your day, or 6:30, that gives you time to do whatever devotional you want to do your prayer time with God. If you like to play guitar, musical instrument,
praise
hobby,
and worship music,
whatever your hobby is, if you start early and just touch that hobby and that's your routine, you're ahead of everybody. The worst experience for me is when I get a call at 7 and I'm not up yet, and it's like, hey, right now I need you to go do X, Y, and Z. And I'm trying to get a shower, I'm trying to get ready, I'm trying to get my car warmed up, I'm trying to get going, and someone else has dictated how my day starts. And as somebody that I like to control my morning, I like to do my routine, I like to get up in the morning, and whoever God's put on my heart, I like to pray for them. I like to listen to music. I take a shower in the morning. I take a shower at night. Today I'll have had 3 showers. I went in and took a shower at lunch.
That's
because
awesome.
I just felt like I needed a shower.
You're a shower guy.
Yeah,
He's always been.
I shower like once a day. So
I mean, I love taking showers.
It's just according,
you twice a day guy.
Well, yeah, I got to take one when I get home because of work.
And you shower before work.
Yeah, usually. Yeah. So it's about 2 a day. But it don't feel like 2 a day because it's always real early.
And
real late.
Yeah.
But sometimes I don't take them in the morning. It's just according.
Well, the morning's like a refresher, which my nose, the slightest little thing. We were just taking wood and stuff apart over here. When was that, Sunday or Saturday? And I started sneezing, and it's like a buddy of mine. He's just like that too. The slightest dust. So starting early in the morning, taking a shower just helps me freshen all my sinuses from laying on my back all night.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, it's to get all the trash off of me and everything from working, sweat or whatever. But I like to control how my day starts because it's just a mentality thing. And that way, once I've gotten my routine out of the way, whatever comes, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I've got my praying out of the way. I've had my shower. I'm ready to go. I'm dressed. I'm sitting here drinking my coffee, and whatever comes, it's okay.
Heidi loves mornings.
Yeah.
More than I do. So in that relationship, she much prefers mornings, and not as much I do, but I mean, coffee drinkers, it's a way of life in a way. It's like it's more than just like I enjoy this. It's like, she's up and she's got her coffee and doing her makeup and listening to praise and worship music, and
it's a good start.
And it helps you, like, and Heidi is not nearly as depressed as I'm sure that a lot of women are, because she does get that therapy in the morning, that quiet time with God that we all need and desire, and she's setting that time away in the morning. Now I'm more of like a mid-morning afternoon studier. I'm more of a in the evening reader. I get it's hard for me to get motivated in the mornings.
Yeah.
But like I said, man, Thursday mornings, like I always feel like I get more done. I feel like I'm more productive.
Mm-hmm.
I may even feel a little less depressed. Like I think
Yep.
that's a thing. But I think in one case for a believer is setting a time that time, like you're saying, to study or pray or worship. I mean, you're going to start the day in a good way. I remember when I worked in Abingdon, I took that 30-day challenge with 88.3. And every day on the way to work, I was only listening to praise and worship music. And I promise by it. Like, I know, like, I literally felt better. I had more peace.
It changes
like,
everything.
joy. Like, it just,
Oh,
was
yeah.
nice.
I totally agree.
You don't realize what your brain's taking in, you know?
Well, yeah, I didn't even take the challenge. I just, one day I was listening, I mean, nothing against country music or 96.9. You know, I listened to it my whole life. But I was driving down the road one day and I was listening to 96.9. And I just got really convicted. And I even called Blake about it. I was like,
I've been
what in
there.
the world's going on? And I just, like, I got to listen to something else. And I turned on 88.3 and I've that's what I listened to. I haven't listened to 96.9 in probably a year and a half.
Really?
Like, nothing against country music.
Yeah.
I love country music. But I'm just saying, I don't know why I just got really convicted making that my music
Your main priority music.
to listen to.
Yeah.
You know, I listen to 88.3 every morning.
It's a
On
really
the way
good
to
radio
work.
station.
Yeah.
You know, I drive.
Except the fundraising week.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
love you 88.3, but it's hard,
Oh,
man.
man.
It's like I love the user funded. I love that they're able to self and so that they don't have to turn to the world for financing.
Yeah.
Like I love that they are user or listener funded or whatnot. It's a wonderful thing. It's just, man, it's like a whole week of just no music and
Well,
constant.
it's longer than a week.
It goes on for a while.
It feels like it's a month, but I mean,
Maybe
I
it
think
ain't.
they do it 2 weeks.
Maybe
a year,
it's just
don't they?
where we drive a lot. It makes
Maybe
it feel
they've
like
done
they
it.
do it in the
Maybe-
fall and they do
Yeah,
it.
and in
They
the
do it.
spring.
They do it twice a year.
Yeah, they do it twice a year. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
it ain't
not,
that I have a problem with them raising money or anything. I'm all for that. Like I
Yeah,
want
it's
them to get as
awesome.
much donations. I want their donations to
I love their
exceed everything
ministry.
they need.
I love their
but-
ministry.
Yeah, I love it. But man, it's
Play
just
some
like,
music while we do it.
yeah, I get it. But what the one time it got on my nerves is I think they had a goal they set. And then they met the goal, and
And then
were
they kept
like,
going.
They kept going. Yeah, so I don't know if they do it every
Yeah,
time.
no,
but-
they
Yeah.
do that.
and I was just like, oh, sweet. They got 10 grand. That's awesome. They're like,
Now we can-
okay, now 50 grand. I was like, no.
yeah. It's like, now we can listen to a little bit of Mercy Me. No, we're going to we're going to listen. Yeah, they'll be like, we're going to listen to this song, and when we get back, we're shooting for 75.
Which, like I said, I understand. I mean, and I can't even imagine what it'd cost to run a radio station.
Well, yeah, they're
I mean, that's a lot. I mean, you got to pay for your copyrights. You got to pay your hourly people. Then you've got
well,
your property.
all your
and,
guys.
yeah, they've been running 27 years.
Really?
Yeah, because same age as me. That's how I remember it. Yeah, 27 years.
Wow. That's
all
cool,
right.
It
though.
is a great ministry.
I know a guy. I used to go to church with a guy that's one of the talk guys on there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I applied for it. When I was in Abingdon,
Really?
they had a part-time radio thing, and I sent in a video. I didn't get it, but
Yeah.
I don't have the voice for it. 88.3 WCQR.
I don't know. I listen to Apple Music and YouTube. I
That's
use
all I
YouTube
do
a lot.
anymore, man. I mean,
YouTube is like my go-to.
Yeah, I listen a lot of Apple Music.
Well, I've left the Apple Music for I like live worship sessions, like
Yeah.
those soaking worships.
I like acoustic.
Yeah,
That's my favorite. Like Brandon Lake come out with a new song, and
I love Brandon Lake.
and it just won't be acoustic, and then he'll come out with the acoustic version, and I'll just love it 100 times more. I'm a big Forrest Frank fan.
Yeah.
Fan. I mean, I'm not a big into rap, but like he's just a good all around guy.
Just good.
I
what
can tell
doing.
he's an early bird. You know, I can
Yeah.
tell he's just an awesome dude. Love him to death.
It's good what he does for like our kids because like he
Oh,
gives
yeah.
them the
He's-
music that sounds poppy and good, but I mean it's just a good message.
yeah.
Good message.
Yeah.
And I'm for that. I've always been for that. Taking what the world does and making it about like, using it like when I was in high school, it was Christian rock because it's typically the rock's the devil's music. But I loved that because see what really distinguishes rock music from Christian rock music or music in general from Christian music is not the instruments. Distortion doesn't make it
No,
Satanistic. It's
Yeah.
it's the words.
it's the words.
And so
I
you
agree.
take electric guitar, it has distortion, it's but then you're talking, the message behind it is Jesus saves, we had a song one day about someone coming to know Jesus in one day. We had a song called Back to Life, Salt and Light. Whispers, which was like
I played some of y'all
so,
stuff.
I mean,
one
it
day.
was just like you take metal music
Mhm.
and then you're gearing it for people like young teenage Christians and so that they don't have to listen to as much Slipknot, and satanic music groups. There's
Got
a
a
moth. And they can listen to good Christian rock, and have a good.
I introduced Langston to Skillet the other day.
Oh yeah,
He
What'd he
loved that.
do?
He loved it.
He liked it?
The Monster song.
Oh yeah.
Feel like a monster.
He really liked that song, and I mean, it ain't my really cup of tea, but I was like,
Oh,
like
I
your
love
Uncle
it.
Blake. This is your Uncle
You don't
Blake.
like rock music? You don't like metal music at all?
I don't like. No, I can't.
Really?
I
I
don't
never-
like metal, but
Huh.
Yeah, I can listen.
some rock.
Yeah, some classic
You
rock.
didn't like
Yeah.
any classic metal?
My favorite growing up, like my mom listens to 95.9. What's the other one?
98.5.
98 point like 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
70s.
Like
classic
I
rock.
love I listened to a lot of Queen growing up.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
And
mom played a lot.
That's good stuff. Queen was good.
like Bob Seger,
Bob Seger was awesome.
George
So you never got into like Metallica and
Dad liked Metallica.
Yeah, my dad did too.
I
Yeah,
I liked
Metallica,
a little bit of it.
Jackal,
yeah.
AC/DC.
Yeah.
I mean, I listened to a lot
I
of that.
can't do AC/DC.
I did a lot. I listened to a lot of that. My dad.
It was
played
just
everything.
cool, Thunderstruck as a kid.
Oh
man.
yeah, no, that is a cool song.
I mean, yeah,
that's the one song I do like.
man,
My
they
dad
played
played-
at the school dance, man.
Yeah.
It tears
My
some
dad
fourth
liked Kid
graders up.
Rock. He liked Kid Rock a lot. Look, I've listened to so
Oh
much
gosh,
Kid
I
Rock as a
can't do
kid.
Kid Rock either, man. But
Your
I,
dad's
Growing
Kid
up,
Rock.
well, when I got saved, it was a light
Yeah.
switch on a lot of music. So now, like I'm 100%. I would say 90% worship music. I
Yeah.
don't listen, and I've been like that for years. And every now and then I'll play something like if my sister comes over here or something. I'm just throwing a scenario out, and we was working in here or something. I'd probably play a little bit of worship, then I might throw in some clean, maybe like Toby Keith or something
Brad
clean.
Paisley.
Brad Paisley, just something
Trey
kind of clean.
Hensley.
Yeah, my cousin Trey.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I
he
like
does
Trey.
good.
If you're watching this, Trey, big fan, man. Big fan.
10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Keep
dude,
going.
you're the best guitar
Keep
player I
going.
think I've ever heard.
But I mean, I don't even know, man. We're running wild on this one.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was, believe it or not, you wouldn't expect it from me because typically I look kind of like just, what do you call it, blue collar guy, whatever. I don't know what I look
You're a
like.
little bit mixed. You're
Little
like
bit
blue and
mixed.
you're striped.
But I like Christian.
striped.
I like Christian rap.
I do too.
Yeah.
I love Christian rap. I
Yeah.
mean, I listen
can
to a lot.
listen to it.
I've had people like, oh, how can you be a Christian and listen to that? And I'm like, well, you need to listen to the words because there's a lot
That's-
more about
Same,
God.
same concept, yeah.
Well,
That's
there's
how it is.
there's a lot. Christian rap is just savage, surrendered to Christ lyrics
Yeah.
more than your daily, just regular.
And they're more, they're more
Wishy-washy.
talented.
Yeah, well, you got wishy-washy worship music, and I'm sorry, but just like me, and then there's some worship music that's rap that's just
But like,
by the fire.
If you think about like Christian rap, take Drake. Think of all the words he uses.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like one of them is, we'll just say the racist word that,
Oh well, yeah.
okay. But he's bad about doing it. I mean, how many times a song? I mean, he
Oh, yeah.
uses it more than just about anybody, which drives a lot of rappers nuts
Yeah.
because he's from Canada and just I don't know, but think about all the cuss words and then the N word that he uses.
Mhm.
Take all that out, and then think about Christian rappers. They can't use. They don't. Well, not that they can't, but they refuse to use any cuss words.
Mhm.
They don't use the N word.
And
like
they're
other-
flowing that fast.
And I mean, they're flowing that fast. I mean, so their vocabulary has to be bigger.
Yeah.
Thus, I say Christian rappers are more talented.
yeah. I would agree with that.
In
Yeah.
a lyric.
I could
in a
I could
lyric-
actually agree with that.
in a lyric standpoint, because if you just look at how many, like, rap is heavy lyric too. Like it's all like it's fast and there's a ton of lyrics in a rap song,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
especially like a freestyle. And so if you're like freestyling, like no hook, no chorus,
yeah.
and you're freestyling for 3 minutes, no bad words, no N word, like props to Christian artists, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Andy Mineo, that dude's you
Hadn't
check
heard
out
him.
Andy Mineo. He's
I have
sick.
to.
Of course, like taking it old school Lecrae. Lecrae was just awesome back in the day.
Crazy, all right.
Um,
I listen to Z, Kingdom Music. That's my top there.
Yeah.
I just found Bryson Gray. He's a new
yeah.
guy I just discovered, and he's pretty good.
Tadashi was really good back in the day.
Noble Official.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like the East Coast. I like East Coast rap. a lot of our viewers and listeners are like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Talking about this. Ian don't like it.
No,
It's not my favorite genre either, though.
I like bluegrass. I love old hymns, and that's my favorite. I grew up on it. Like, I went to church, this is old hymns, and I knew them all. And then I went to church with Blake. Lights are dark. There's flashy lights.
No lights.
And they're playing this. I've never heard of contemporary music in my life. I've just known old hymns. I was like, where are we at?
Didn't know.
They had coffee
and
you walked in. Yeah. I was like, what is this place?
Went and told his pap. So you went and told your papa about it, and he was mad.
Yeah, he says
he's like, "What den of sin did you go to?"
Oh, it was he wasn't really. He's a KJ. He was a KJV only man.
And you're like, "Yeah, they opened up with
I can't remember.
A Sweet Child of Mine."
Oh yeah,
they did. They opened with "Sweet Child of Mine." That was funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was wild, and I was like,
that was your first time leaving.
I felt like I needed to leave.
This is his first time being in a non-denominational church.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They've changed a lot of the way they do stuff too.
They started the worship service with "Sweet Child of Mine."
They did.
That's wild.
It was good. It sounded right. I mean, as far now,
like an apologetic version.
No, I think they sang the song, but like they were a new church plant at the time. They've shifted completely the way they do ministry, and I'm good friends with them. I would say, and I don't agree with that now.
Yeah.
But at the time, I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, because we was new.
I was being 12 years old.
Yeah, we wasn't new in her. We was just very
youthful in our faith.
Very youthful. But now we're like, we know right from wrong. And
if I walked into church first time and they did that, I probably wouldn't come back.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So one thing, a direction I'll go in for a minute is, just the idea of this episode takes me back to high school to Master Sergeant Black. I wanted to talk about him for just a minute, but man, just like the coolest guy in the world. I did the JROTC, which was fun.
Oh, you were in ROTC?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I had to wear the pickle suit and all that stuff. But I did it because one of our deacons at the church, Gene Black, one of the guys in our church, Gene, he was the master sergeant, the JROTC instructor, and I needed some credits, some elective credits, and I did it. But I remember like he would always talk to me about, you need to ease into your morning, because I would talk to him about how, man, like I was just like, I get up and he's like, you need to think about 5:30 in the morning. And one thing that's like really profound about it is there's like a discipline to waking up early. Like it helps you to become more disciplined. And he always took the discipline angle. Like, in life, it can be so, we can be so tempted to be like willy nilly about everything and just kind of be on a whim and just do whatever, but part of it to him was like, you're starting your day proactive instead of like, the opposite. And so he was always like key on like, wake up. He liked to read the newspaper. That's a lost art. No one really does that anymore.
They actually, our local newspaper sold out, I think, didn't they?
Herald and Tribune.
Oh, okay. Herald and Tribune sold out.
Yeah, Johnson Press still going.
But like as believers in Christ, we have a purpose. And like one of the benefits to waking up early as a Christian, as like a brother in Christ, for all of our brothers, whether you're blue collar or you work a desk job, part of that is growing as a man, like being disciplined and focusing on your purpose, taking that time, like you're saying, praying, meditating, and it allows you to like make a plan for the day so that you can stick with your purpose. Because so often, like we could get off track. What is our purpose? Like at the end of the day, like we're called as believers to be the example to the lost in the way that we live our life. So how can we keep our eyes fixed on Jesus and keep our attention on that plan? Well, one way is by waking up and focusing in on like, hey, I got a bigger purpose today. It's bigger than going to work. It's bigger than going visiting. Like as a preacher for me, it's remember the bigger purpose here. And waking up early, one thing is it gives you that discipline to be able to strive, to achieve purpose, if you will.
Yeah.
But,
well, Jesus gave the example. He started early in the morning.
Yeah.
And went to pray.
Mm-hmm.
Took time, That's how Jesus started his day. He secluded himself from everybody, and they'd go looking for him. Wake up, wondering where he went. Kind of makes you think of waking up after taking a nap. When you get out of school, you wake up and everybody's gone. Have you ever had that happen to you?
No.
Oh man, I've done that. Come home from school and go take a nap.
Yeah.
Then wake up and like the power's out or something, and I'm like, "Where's everybody at?"
Yeah.
And
It'll throw you off.
Kind of like maybe that's how they felt when they woke up in the morning and their Messiah's missing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no,
One of the
What
guys
do we
in our
do?
one of the elderly guys in our church, I won't say his name, and it could be, but he the other day he accidentally fell asleep and took a nap and woke up the next morning, and or he woke up later that evening and thought it was the next morning.
Yep.
He got ready, took a shower, put his clothes on, then realized it wasn't 11 a.m. It was 11 p.m.
My mom did that to me one time. For some reason, Dad let me go to sleep after school one day. That was weird.
Mm-hmm.
And Mom woke me up at like 6 o'clock. She's like, "All right, get up. Time to get on the bus. Or you need to get up and get ready for get on the bus." So I get up, get ready, and I go outside, and I make it to the driveway, and I'm standing there. I'm waiting on the bus, and Mom's just horse laughing. Like, "What are you laughing at?" And it was 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I was so mad.
I love that story.
I mean, I wasn't mad. I was just like,
You would have been waiting a long time, 12 hours.
yeah,
probably,
she'd
13
let
hours.
she'd let me stand out there.
What time did the bus run?
Gosh, I can't remember.
Oh, speaking of that, man, I was a bus driver in Georgia for a year.
You drove a bus?
Yeah, had a CDL.
Oh man.
You have a CDL?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, you want me to show you?
Let's see the CD.
I gotta see
It's,
this.
it's in the truck.
Okay.
Yeah. And that 9-pound
Ain't
bass.
no picture, it didn't happen.
Right.
No
Ain't a
picture, it didn't
picture, it
happen.
ain't happened.
Yeah, I hated waking up.
I never knew that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I hated waking up early.
So you
though.
have your CDLs. You can drive in Tennessee. You can.
I don't have any more really. It still says CDL, but it expired. I didn't take my physical.
Oh.
I let
That's
it go.
cool.
I shouldn't have let it go.
I want my CDLs.
That's a stupid thing to do.
I'm just horrible at written tests.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not
I
hard,
can
man.
drive. I can drive anything, but
Yeah, it's not hard. Just if you want to do it, just do it. It's not. I was intimidated too, but it just study the book for a week and you'll be fine. It's really not that hard. But I hated waking up early for it though, because that was a 5:30 every morning for the whole school
What
year.
time was your first pickup?
6:45.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was brutal, man. Like it was so brutal. Like, and that's not even like, again, in Georgia, Northeast Georgia, it's like here. So in the wintertime, it was 37 degrees. You got to wake up. You got to go and start your car, and then because I had to drive down the road. One of my church members, I parked my bus at her house because the elder at the church wouldn't let me park the bus at the church.
Okay.
Because it was bad.
Oh, so you were a bus driver for the church?
No, I was a bus driver for the school systems.
Oh.
But he wouldn't let me park my school system bus at the church.
Oh, okay.
He
okay.
said it was bad
I
for
was
the pavement,
confused.
which was just
Okay,
load. But
whatever.
Anyway,
Yeah.
not the point. So Willette was so kind to let me park at her house about a quarter mile down the road. And so I'd have to go outside, start my truck, or I had a car at the time, the Cruise.
Yeah.
I'd have to turn the Chevy Cruise on, warm it up. Then I'd go in and get ready while it warmed up, got back in, had to drive down the road
To the bus.
and turn the bus on to warm up. It needed about 10 minutes to get warm. So I would sit in my car and usually sleep. I know that sounds terrible. I'd set an alarm for like 10 minutes, sleep for 10 minutes, get back up. My bus is warm at that point. You got to do a pre-trip inspection, put your stop sign out, your lights, check your tires, check your brakes, and see with the CDL what you got to do is you got to pump your brakes down. And then you got to let that air pressure build back up, make sure that it don't have any leaks.
Yeah.
And that takes a minute or so. You got to test your horn, everything. And then by that point, you're good to go. And I'd be pulling out and go and pick up my first
But
kid.
even when the bus is warmed up, the bus is still cold.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I don't
Inside.
know. I had a good bus. My bus was new. I got lucky.
Oh, yeah.
When I moved there, my bus was 2000 and probably 2014. It was newer.
So the heaters under the seats in the back, are those electric or are those off of the radiator of the bus?
It's different on different buses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of them are off the...
Yeah. Mine were...
I was always headed for the heated seat when I was getting on in the morning.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
those buses actually, my bus got hot. I had to cut it back sometimes.
Really?
It got real hot, especially the front. Yeah, like the driving part. But yeah, it's a horrible job. And it's not the waking up
big
early.
liability.
I didn't like the waking up early, but the kids, man, like
I couldn't
bus
do it.
kids are bad
I
kids,
couldn't do
man.
it.
Like,
Oh yeah,
they were unruly. I had a
I
kid
rewrote
tell
a
me,
bus.
we rode the bus.
oh, did you? Y'all are bus kids. Y'all know about it.
Well, for a little bit.
I had a kid tell me, he's like, I'm going to grab that steering wheel and wreck us into the ditch. I said, I really wish you would. I said, but just know, when you reach for the steering wheel, I'm decking you in the face. And he told his mom and dad, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Let him wreck and kill us? Like, yeah, an hour later, that's another thing. Like, parents would always be calling you 24/7. This kid slapped this kid. This kid's like,
I'm trying to drive.
trying to get y'all home safe,
Yeah, I'm
man.
trying to
Like,
drive, man.
but it was rough. I didn't like the early
I think there
waking
should
up,
be
though.
2 people on the bus. There
There
should be a
there should.
driver and there should be a disciplinary.
I was a catalyst for that. After I drove a bus, we moved here and see only the sped buses, the special ed buses get assistance
Yeah.
in most counties and most states.
Well, the problem is you wouldn't be able to get nobody to work that.
Yeah.
It's hard enough now to get a bus driver,
That's
much
right.
less somebody that's designated
Just
for the
to make
disciplinary
them-
action.
Yeah, but it is very distracting though.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
couldn't-
hard.
There's no way I could do it.
Yeah.
There's no way I could do it.
But about the purpose, I think sometimes the devil is also one. I'll kind of bring this home with football. I don't know if you guys aren't big football guys. This weekend
Nope.
was crazy college football. I mean, Tennessee, Kentucky, such a crazy game. It's like Tennessee's offense was just explosive. They got up like 28-0, but then they completely let their foot off the gas and put their foot on the brake, and Kentucky just starts cutting back at that lead, gets it back to like 21-28, and then they go to halftime or whatnot, and then Tennessee comes back, and they come out back with their foot fully on the accelerator, end up scoring like 55 points, blowout. Offense is important, and you understand that like when you take your foot off the gas in football, it gives the defense an opportunity to attack. And it's so much like that in our lives too, guys. Like so much in our life, like waking up early, starting with the word, starting with prayer, putting your foot on the gas. You're on the offense. You're not starting your day on the defense.
Yeah.
And, it's so important to start your day on the offense because the devil is going to be trying to put us, especially as Christian men, man, he's going to be trying to put us in bad situations.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try to take us away from our purpose in life. He's going to try to give going back to the Wikipedia, man, like that's his strategy is depression, anxiety. If he can make me depressed that I have to wake up at 6:45,
Yeah.
he's already winning
Yeah.
on my soul for the day. But if I can just wake up, submit to Christ early in the morning, pray, read some scripture, I'm on offense and I'm not having to be up against the wall playing hard fought defense all morning long into the afternoon, and it can carry into the next morning.
Yeah.
So,
True.
I mean, it's so important, man, to get ahead of the enemy's traps.
It's kind of hard for people who work third shift too. So it's like, what does that look like for them?
Yeah.
Their morning time is 6 o'clock in the evening.
I done that.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
I
I mean,
hate
what?
it.
Well, you kind of did it opposite what everybody else did. Everybody else wanted to get
I was a young kid. I did it the dumb way.
sleep from 8.
I'd go in at 11 o'clock at night and I'd get off at 7, and then I go to bed and I take a shower, and I'd take a shower, and it'd take me a minute to wind down. I'd go to sleep around 8:30, and I'd wake up at 1, and I'd be up all day because it was dumb.
You just had a lot to do.
I had a lot to do. Yeah.
But I mean, most time mornings for someone on third shift will be about 6 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
6, 7 in the evening is their morning time.
Yeah.
So what's that look like for somebody in the evening? Basically the same thing. Like, what's your routine? Which in this article, it went on more to say, it showed that your body reacts somehow differently. Maybe scroll down a little bit, Dawson, if you don't care. Let's see physical health. Somewhere it says something about the biological clock being in tune with daylight hours. That
I've
it right
seen
there.
that
Consistent
too.
early
Yeah.
rising routine helps you align your sleep-wake cycle with natural daylight hours,
Yeah.
leading to a more restorative and higher quality sleep.
Yeah.
So there's something about that nighttime sleep and daytime sleep, which I'm sure we all know that going to sleep at night is way different than sleeping all day.
Yeah.
You sleep all day, you feel like crap when you
Oh,
get
yeah.
up. You feel
Sleeping,
awful.
sleeping can easily become an idol.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it
well,
can
yeah.
become an idol in your life. Like I know so many people, like, and I've been guilty of it, man. I love a nap. Like I love to sleep. Like I do love the feeling of rest and sleep. Like I'm so bad about it. But like God has been working in my heart a lot to try not to, because it can become so lazy. It can become
If I
so
take a
damning.
daytime nap, I get a migraine when I wake up.
So it's hard
can't
because
do it.
it's the sweet spot, man. Like most people say, cat naps are the ones you want to take, like this 15 to 20 minute nap.
Yeah.
And like I'm bad about like the ones that give me migraines, like the hour nap, and that's just too long in the middle of the day for
Yeah.
most people. They'll say,
I can't do it.
But you know, I think that's one of the ways that the devil's after us, man. Is like by making sleep an idol. You know, we want to, you know, that feeling of rest feels good.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get up. You don't want to get out of your nice warm bed. And that's like his way of saying, like, this is more comfortable. But so often we understand in life, we got to live outside of our comfort zone in order to grow.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like a blinder. When you get past that 8, let's say 9 to 10 hours of sleep, because some people actually need more sleep. Some people genetically require more sleep than other people.
Absolutely.
That's a scientific
I think
fact.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah. But when you get over that bar of 10 hours,
Too much sleep.
it's a deception, because when you wake up, you're still really tired.
Yep.
It's called sleep drunk.
Yep.
And you have to learn to force yourself out of that, to realize that if I keep sleeping, it's harder on me than if I was to get up with less sleep.
It is.
And
There is definitely such a thing as too much sleep.
yeah, and so when I go to bed at night, this is my tactic to starting early in the morning. When I go to bed at night, I think about, and some people this doesn't work. I know Scotty said that he can't get, is it Levi? He can't get to wind down. It takes like 2 hours to go to bed. Me, I lay down and I think about, okay, I have to do this tomorrow by this time.
Yeah.
That means I need to go to sleep right now
Yeah.
so that I can get up and do XYZ before I get to this point. And that helps me go to sleep. And then whenever I get up in the morning, I'm in the same thought process I was when I went to bed. And I'm like, okay, I told myself I got to get up, and I'm up. But I enjoy mornings. And I'm actually disappointed. When I start early at like 6:30 or something, and then I look at the clock and it says 9, I'm like, man, that's how I feel. I hate when the mornings are over.
Yeah.
But-
They go by fast.
Mhm.
You know,
Especially when you got something to do and you're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but even though it goes by fast, like I said earlier, it's such a good feeling to know how much you can get done by like 10 o'clock if you wake up early. Like,
Oh yeah.
that we always felt so productive. Like, I wish I would carry more of that into my regular life than when I was forced to do it in bus driving, or when I was forced to do it with like my uncles, you know, in that line of work. But it's a common sense thing. You add more hours to your day.
Yeah. But you said Heidi is a morning person?
Yeah, she likes the mornings.
Bretland don't like mornings.
No.
And Bree don't like mornings.
Yeah.
Don't even
No.
say that word. She don't like mornings.
Oh, really?
Bretton will get up. She has to.
Bretland, she can get up. but
She's
she
a
just don't like the
great. She's a
morning.
great. Just, I mean, she can get up like especially with her kids. You know, she'll get up if something's wrong. She's up and she's on it. Like, she ain't the type to just sleep through the Jetson crying or.
Oh, well, she, like, Bretland's motherly instincts are very impressive, which I've never told her this. She'll know fun now, but her motherly instincts are so impressive to me. Like, and even my sister, like, knowing what's wrong with the child, which I know it's a mom thing, but just like I've got friends that are parents, you know what I mean? But watching Bretland and watching my sister, like, that is just amazing to me. Like, Bretland wakes up minutes before something happens with Jetson, you know, or even with Langston throughout her pregnancy with Langston, when Langston was a baby, and even now, like, just that instinct of something's off, something's up, what's he doing? And she's caught him before he got into something. Like, so many times I've seen that, and that's just so impressive to me, like that motherly instinct, like not distracted by the world, not distracted by your own desires, but constantly having that channel open to what's happening with my child is so impressive to me and a mom.
Yeah, our kids, man, she don't.
Yeah.
She's a very great mom.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I really admire, like, man, like Heidi's just such an angel. She's really a blessing, because like even on Sundays, like going back, like so often, like I'm working on a sermon outline Monday through Friday, you know, and then Heidi's working Monday through Friday, and then Saturdays are always busy. I mean, there's a lot of times she's up at 6:30 on Sunday morning. She's doing my PowerPoint at 7 a.m.
Wow.
And it only takes her 15 minutes.
Yeah.
She's very fast at it. I mean, very, very fast at it. Especially like the first sermon of every series where she has to like lay out the design
Yeah.
takes her like in 30 minutes. But then sermon 2, 3, 4 5.
That's cool. I didn't know she did all that.
Yeah, she does them really.
I was thinking
I can
Dawson
tell she
did
done
those.
it. I can
Oh,
tell
no.
she done it. I can
No,
tell.
yeah, Heidi's always done it. Like, praise the Lord, because I'm so I have no
Graphic
like
art.
no
talent.
like not at all. Like, she has such a good eye for graphic design and such a big help. And then, man, bless her heart. Like, I'm glad she's a morning person. Like, praise God, because she after that she's trying to get her hair, her makeup, get all 3 girls' hair and sometimes baths, and she'll get one ready, and Georgia will put lipstick all over her face and turn it pink, not like a little lipstick, but like turn her full face pink, then have to scrub that off, and then she still makes it like, I know, like I say, give yourself grace. Like, it's okay that you walk in at 9:50, it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's you got 3 girls. It's hard, but I mean, thank the Lord that she likes waking up early, because I don't think she could do everything on a Sunday morning if not. She starts work at 7:30.
That's impressive.
So-
Well, I mean, y'all having 3 girls alone, that's a lot of work.
It's tough.
3 kids is a lot. I
It's
mean, 2
tough.
kids are hard. 3 kids is hard.
Heidi's just a godsend, man. She's just she's a hard worker, and I really thank God for what she's doing for our podcast, man. She's really working a lot on
Big
that
thing.
as well, and she
yeah.
does that in the morning.
Yeah.
So like, she's always doing the daily bearded the daily trim before she has that done usually before 7:30, because she starts at 7:30. I mean, sometimes she'll work on the daily trim at her first break at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
But man, like, that's just more example of like,
It's very impressive.
it's just more example of like, hey, if you set that time away, you're gonna have more time in your day.
Yeah.
So, but this has been a good one. I really enjoyed the talk here. It's something I struggle with. It's something I don't want to struggle with. I really would like to start waking up earlier, intentionally, trying to be more intentional in my relationship. Having that more quiet time. I do enjoy, mid-afternoon. I mean, I listen to a lot of sermons, a lot of podcasts, do a lot of reading. But I do kind of wish I would like set aside almost more of like a quiet, like I'd love to make I might need y'all's help with this. I'd really like to make like some, when we can do this, like what are they called? Like almost like a fire pit, 3 chairs, almost like just a little, I'd love to have a little sitting area in our backyard or something like that. Just,
Of course.
Yep.
just like level out a little bit of ground, put some rock down.
I
couple
built one
chairs.
over there, right up over the hill right here.
I would love a
like,
spot.
in like 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know
mean, it's
Kevin,
just
like the preacher here before me, Kevin would go like down to the river or up to the creek behind the church where the bus is. I need to just get me a good camping chair and find me some spots like that. But I wouldn't mind in my backyard just to be able to walk out there. And,
Yeah. We can make
we're eventually got to get a new deck on that new porch.
new porch.
I told him he's talking about the front porch at the Stephen Cathy. Like, I love your deck, and I'm like, you're saying a deck's on the. I think a deck.
The deck's
is on the back.
Deck's
Yeah.
on the back.
The porch is on the front.
Yeah.
I don't care what
I
the
mean,
construction
Well,
is.
what do y'all think?
Yeah, I thought it depended on the
Yeah,
construction.
what do y'all think? Is
but-
the deck
do you
on
think,
the back?
Dawson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? I
Deck's
mean,
on
the
the back.
viewers.
Well,
what do they think?
Yeah, let us know. I have no idea.
We'd love to know.
I
Yeah,
would
give
say
us
a
some
deck's
feedback.
on the back, porch is on the front. I don't care if it's
You
concrete,
can't
wood.
raise a family on a deck.
Can't raise a family.
Yeah, I like that, boys. That's good.
So one question for you, and if you want to wait and answer it with Heidi,
yeah,
but a friend of mine told me, I was talking about having kids, and me and Bree, we've talked about whether we would want 2 or whether we'd want 3. This friend of mine told me, she said, once you have 2, the 3rd one don't even matter. It doesn't change nothing. It's basically the same as having 2. Is that
it's accurate and inaccurate both.
yeah.
So like yes and no. Like you'll also hear the other side of that coin where people say you're outnumbered at 3. And in the beginning, you do feel outnumbered.
Okay.
Because like when you have 2, each parent can dedicate time and effort and energy into one of each.
Mm-hmm.
But the key to it is spacing. Spacing is more than number is spacing.
Like the
So-
age group?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more important because like Willow, my niece, Cameron and Josh just had a baby. Willow's 11 years old
yeah.
and Cooper is like 8 weeks or he's just a month old.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, she's like she'll be 15 years old. He'll be 3.
Yeah.
It'll be like a amazing help.
Yeah.
And Bella, even at 9, she's almost 10 or 9.5.
She does good.
She actually does at home. Bella, we give Bella a hard time. I do need to praise Bella more publicly. She is a big help.
She does a lot.
She's a big help with our
I've noticed her in the
two.
fellowship hall and stuff. She does really good with Maggie and Georgia.
She does. She tries.
She's a good sister.
She tries. She tries really hard. It is very difficult. They do their typical sibling fighting, and Georgia and Maggie even are close. But Maggie's every day she's getting a little more mature, but so is Georgia.
Yeah.
So like my thing is if you were to have 3, and they were all a year or 2 apart, that third one you're going to feel seriously outnumbered. I feel like. But if you have one that's a little bit older, even if you don't though, like Bella was 6 when Georgia was born, and we did for a little while feel outnumbered until we got used to it. And then you get used to it, and then
my friends,
it's not as bad.
they're pretty aged. They're pretty gapped out. I think one's like 8, then one's like 3, and then they just had a baby.
Yeah, and so it would be easier because you don't feel outnumbered because the 8-year-old's self-sustaining at that point.
Yeah,
to a certain extent. Of course, like 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds still need a lot of monitoring.
Well, you know, they still got to be. They got to be able to be kids. You know, it's like you didn't have them to be your babysitter. You had them because you wanted a child.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, so you got to let them have their childhood, but they do need to learn responsibility. They need to have roles in the home that they serve a greater purpose than just playing all the time. So anyway, well, cool. We want to wrap up here.
Yeah.
You want to pray us out, Matt?
Yeah, be glad to.
Any final thoughts?
Great episode.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really like the studio.
What do y'all think about
Blake,
the new studio?
Because I didn't really get to help out much here, but you guys did a fantastic job. Excited. It was very comfortable.
Yeah.
It was very natural, and I enjoyed sitting here talking. So I'm really excited about this and the next step. Like this is almost like season 2.
Yep, it is. It feels great.
Brothers. It almost feels like season 2.
It'll just keep getting better. That's one of the big things I learned in podcasting is, you know, you don't want to outsell yourself in the beginning. Basically, you don't want to provide something that you can't sustain yourself in. So slow growth is always the best. So what we have now in 3 years is going to be completely different. You know what I mean? It's untelling what God's going to lead us to from here on out.
Yeah. This didn't work out last week, and we had to edit it out. And he might even edit out me saying this, but we hope that you'll join us back next week. We're going to have a guest, Terry Tittle. He is confirmed. He's a member of Embryville Church of Christ. He's a wonderful man of God. He is a Barnabas. He's an encourager. But at one point in his life, he had to make a hard decision to either stick with like a worldly company that was kind of promoting sin in a way, or leave that company and jump out in faith and follow or choose Jesus over the world. And I'm excited to hear his testimony.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to hear him talk about that. And we're going to be laughing, boys.
Oh, I love Terry.
So Terry's going to keep it. He's going to keep it funny. So hope you'll join us again next week. And of course, as always, we hope you'll give us a like, a share, a follow, a subscribe. You know, whatever that is on whatever platform, on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok. And we appreciate all of you. We appreciate you helping us grow. I think the numbers are, you know, it's not all about the numbers, but we're excited that the numbers are looking the way they are.
Very high.
And so that's all because of you. We thank you. Hope you'll continue to help us. So let's pray it out, and we'll call it a night.
Awesome.
Father, I just thank you for this time together tonight. Thank you for Christian fellowship. Thank you for brotherhood. I thank you for Blake and Ian and Dawson and Heidi, our whole team. I thank you for our wives and our children. Lord, I just thank you for being so good. I thank you that every morning, whether we like to wake up early or not, that you are breathing that breath of life into us. If we wake up every morning, it's a new day that it wasn't promised to us that you give us. I pray, God, that we won't waste our life and look back and say, man, I wish I could have done this for your kingdom. I wish I could have done that. But help us to fervently serve you, lead people to you who are lost, who have no hope. And Lord, maybe sometimes that'll be waking up a little earlier and going out and trying to just meet someone new that needs you desperately, Lord. So whatever that looks like, I pray for all of our watchers. I pray for all these fathers and all these men and women who watch. I pray that you'll strengthen them and guide them. And again, God, we give you all praise, honor, and glory. We thank you for our salvation that is through Jesus and his sacrifice on the cross. We ask you to forgive us when we fall short. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And you need to let everybody know if they want to drop a prayer request or anything like that, just send it to the email. What's the email?
Bearded Brothers.
I never can remember it.
At gmail.com.
Yeah.
I'll pin it on the screen for everybody. If you have a prayer request, like he said,
023.
question, Q&A.
Yeah,
You know,
we'd love some
we
questions.
can answer some questions. If you have any questions, feel free to
Keep them
send
PG
in there.
13.
PG-13. Be
PG.
nice, please.
Yeah,
be
PG
nice.
actually. PG probably would be
PG.
better.
Yeah, PG.
PG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining. Be sure to come back next week.